Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Minnesota Twins game review. A huge win tonight for the Minnesota Twins as they beat the Boston Red Sox 6-5. We had 8 hits, they had 6, and they also had no errors. We had no errors, so that doesn't really matter. But also, on a bigger Cleveland lost to the White Sox tonight. That means we are 6.5 games up. So that is absolutely crazy. Not only did we win and they lose, but now the division lead has grown enough to where if we split the same number of games from here on out and they take all 6 of the games that they still have to play against us, we still win the AL Central by half a game. That is absolutely great. I feel really, really good about our chances right now. And hopefully the White Sox can pick up another game or two. I'm really happy that we won this one with our only bullpen, basically, is what we did today. We went with the opener. We'll talk about that in a second, but a huge win for the Twins, of course, 6-5. Thorpe got the win, as they did use the opener. Porcello got the loss. He's, been iffy. Rogers got the save, his 23rd of the year. So here we go. Let's talk about this. The Twins are, 11 of their last 12 games on the road. We are such a good on-the-road team. That's incredible. That's going to help us so much in the playoffs, I think, especially if we have to go to Houston first. I know that Houston's tough. Maybe the Yankees, even if we have to go to their house, we can compete, right? That's what we're talking about, is we can compete. And if we can steal a game at home or two, that would even be better. Of course, that's looking down the line, but we've also won 7 of our last 10 games or something crazy like that. 8 of our last 9. I'm not sure on the number. Maybe you guys can help me out on that, but a really good win tonight. Let's go into the hitting first. We're going to start in the first inning. This is where we won the game. This run ended up being the most important run. Of course, the rest of the runs did in the 3rd and the 5th as well, the home runs and stuff. But this run got us on the board early, and you know how important it is, how better you do by getting that first run across the board, and how important is it to not allow that leadoff guy on, especially by hit by pitch or walk, right? That guy comes around to score 40% of the time. I thought it was 80, but I guess it's 40% of the time. Max Kepler hit by a pitch. Jorge Polanco flies out, that's all right, but then Cruz walks. Cruz walks on 5 pitches. Porcello looked really bad tonight. I just tell you that, but still, we beat him. He walks, so Kepler goes to second. Arise strikes out on an awful call. Arise has gotten screwed so much lately. It's really upsetting, but he gets struck out. And then Miguel Sano, off the end of the bat, bloops one into left field, and we take a 1-0 lead. That was really, really good. That really helped me relieve myself a little bit, breathe a little bit, as we took a 1-0 lead on Boston. We added 2 runs in the 3rd as well. This is what I'm talking about. Cave needs to be out on the field because even when he's not hitting home runs, he's hitting triples. Jorge Polanco singles to start things off. Arise doubles off the wall, is thrown in, or a very close play at second, but he's in there safely, 2nd and 3rd. Miguel Sano strikes out, Cruz strikes out, whatever. There's 2 outs, 2 out hitting. It's so important. And Jake Cave delivers a triple this close away from a home run dead center. But hey, it's a triple. You know what? It scored 2 runs. We couldn't get Cave in. That's okay though. We were up 3-0. Now they did come back in the 5th inning, but we had already scored 3 runs in the top of the inning. I mean, we scored all 6 of our runs. We were out to a 6-0 lead, and I get it. This was probably scary for you guys, but we had a good bullpen day. It was really good. Besides that 5th inning, of course, it was really, really good, and I don't think, we could take away positives from this, right? Nelson Cruz homered in the top of the 5th. Arise gets on a single, and then Sano homers as well. Sano's 27th home run and Cruz's 35th. That is absolutely incredible. I hope Sano can hit 30. He has been tearing it up lately. Really, really good. Had 3 RBIs tonight, and that's all you can ask for, right? So we were up 6-0. They did score, 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and yeah, I guess it was probably a little bit scary, right? A walk to Mitch Moreland, then a single, a ground out, but that scored 1, another walk, a home run by Devers. Devers is really good, of course, but hey, we were able to shut the door, right? That's what's important, is we were able to shut the door and not allow them to take the lead or tie the game, right? So, it was Thorpe that gave up, 3 of the runs. May gave up 1 of the runs. I really didn't like how they used the opener in this game. I want to know what you guys think, but Dobnik, he went 1 inning. fantastic inning. Fantastic. But he is a starter. He is a I wouldn't say designated, but he can be used as a starter, and they only allowed him to go 1 inning. I'm pretty sure that was by design, but why didn't you let him go like 2? Right? Thorpe went 3.1. What was that for? I just don't understand the point of that, as he did give up 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs, but he did strike out 4. Dobnik struck out 2, walked 1. May came in 1 2/3 innings, gave up 1 hit. It was the home run to Devers, which, kind of affected the RBIs or the runs, the earned runs to who got them. But so Thorpe ended up with 3 earned runs. May ended up with 1. Duffy, he pitched the next 2.2 innings, gave up 1 hit, but struck out 2. He had a clean inning, and then from there it was pretty good. Rogers, he had to go a 4-out save. I really don't like it going out there for a 4-out save or a 5-out save. If you're going to do it, go out there for a 6-out save, because then they get in their rhythm in that last inning, and then they can fly from there. You know what I'm saying? But when you give him a 4-out inning, he goes out and throws 1 or 2 pitches, maybe 5, but then he has to sit there and wait for the top of the inning to go by to go back out there for the bottom of the ninth. And I didn't like that, but Rogers gave up 2 hits, 1 run, did give up the home run as well, but you know what? He got through it. He got the save. That's what matters. So really, it was a really good game, though, for the Twins. I mean, you had a couple of home runs, right? Keeping that total going up. Cruz had his 35th, as I mentioned. Sano had a 2-run home run, 27th. That's important, right? I talked about how important it is to score first and all of that, but when you score more home runs, you score home runs when there's guys on base, that does better for you than if you just hit a solo shot. Because if Miguel Sano hits a solo shot there, guess what? We could have a tie game. And of course, that's what if baseball, you can't do that. But I'm just saying, that changes things, right? When you can get guys on base, that changes things. Cave had the triple, Arise had his double. Man, Arise is good. I tell you what, he is honestly my favorite player. He is so good. And we're going to just go through these numbers really quick. I mean, all of these guys are continuing to get better. How about this? We have 3 guys batting solidly over 300 now. When was the last time you saw that on a team besides the Dodgers and the Astros and the Yankees? They don't really count. I don't think the Yankees even do that too, because they're all power hitters. Like, the Yankees are literally power hitters, right? The Twins hit the ball hard. That's what's the difference. So Kepler, he went over 4 tonight, but he did score a run. That's good, because he got hit by a pitch, and that arguably is the most important run since we took a 1-0 lead. I mean, Miguel Sano's single in the first inning, that was the game winner, right? That was the game winner. So, you take what you can get there. Polanco 1 for 5, keeping that average. It did drop a little bit, I guess, but still above 300 at 304. He did score a run as well. Cruz 1 for 4 tonight with his home run. Also drew a walk, 1 RBI, 1 run. He's batting .310 with an OPS of 1.033. Guys, that is the best of his career by a long shot, I believe. But he has been absolutely tearing it up, having literally the best year of his career. I'm so glad we have him, because he's going to carry us in the playoffs. But then when you've got Arise and Sano and Cave batting right after him, I love it. Honestly, I really like Arise in the 4 spot if they're not going to put him up at the top of the lineup. He is so good. 2 for 4 tonight, a walk, 2 runs. He did strike out twice. One of them was not his fault. That was absolutely stupid. He's gotten screwed on that a couple of times, but what can you do? Sano, a big night for him, 2 for 5, getting that average up just a little bit to 238. Now, that's not great for him. I would still like to see him above 250, but I don't think that's going to happen, at least this year. So 2 for 5, though, 3 RBIs and a run. Very, very solid, of course, on his 2-run home run. That really helped him out there. Still struck out 3 times, which is the most on the team tonight. Like, he either hits or he strikes out, but hey, he got the hits tonight, so you got to give him props for that. Cave 1 for 4 with the 2 RBIs off of his triple, his first triple of the season. Still tearing it up. You got to put him out there. I mean, I really like what they've been doing by putting Buxton in, at the later innings of the game. Give him some time in the outfield, maybe give him an at-bat, slowly working back into the game. We are winning games. Yes, they might not be the most difficult opponents, right? Detroit is bad. The White Sox are, Boston, they're pretty good, but we're winning games, right? I get you guys want to look at the statistic of, yes, Buxton wins when he's out there. I agree with that, but right now, Cave is lighting his shoes on fire. He's tearing the cover off the baseball. You can't keep him out. You can't keep him not out there. So his triple was big tonight. Gave us 2 extra runs, and that's all you can ask for. Crone 0 for 3. I just don't know if Crone is the answer right now. He has really struggled. I don't know what to do with him. Castro, he's okay too. 1 for 3 tonight with a walk. Wade, he went 0 for 3. I want him to get his first hit. I think he will eventually, but he has such a good eye at the plate. I love him for his walks. That's why we have him up there, and he did his job tonight by getting on base. Even though he didn't score or do anything else, he was stranded out there. He gets on base. That's why I like him out there. He'll get a hit eventually, and once he does, they're gonna start falling. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow for another one where we're gonna take the series versus Boston. So see you then.